What's good, everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw and Cut Truth. Give you that raw content that you deservedly need. And let's talk about today's game. The game was intense, a lot of sloppiness, a lack of ball movement, bunch of ISO ball. The offense was stagnant. Even though the Pelicans won 109-99 against the Memphis Grizzlies, there's some things that they have to work on if they want to make the A seed or even a play-in game. So let me tell you the things I liked. Jrue Holiday and Lonzo Ball did an excellent job of guarding Morant. They took turns guarding him. And I know why. It's because you can't just have one man guard him the whole game. He's too explosive. So the Pelicans were very smart in switching defenders of Zoe and Jrue just to tire him out. But Morant shot 5 of 21. To repeat that, Morant shot 5 of 21. It was definitely a team effort. And when Lonzo and Jrue are dialed in, they're as good as anyone in the NBA in defending. The one game that was very horrible by the two standards was against the Clippers. But besides that, everything's been okay. Been pretty good, to be honest. This is what I want to see. I want to see the effort be like what it was this game. The effort was the reason why they won. But it has to go beyond effort. You could play as hard as you want, but if you're not moving the ball with synergy, if you're not playing with high IQ, then you could lose games that you shouldn't lose. The Pelicans should have won this game by 20 plus points. The Grizzlies were out of sync. They were just off. It's really a travesty that they only won by 10 points. But like I said, the effort was there. B.I. did B.I. things. Effective score, killer mid-range. And he definitely took over in the late minutes of the fourth quarter, as well as Zion. Shout out to Zion. Scored 23 points, had a couple rebounds, was a monster in that paint. And he's so agile when he's in the air. He's tough to cover. What I want to see from Zion is his defensive switching ability. He needs to switch better on defense. Teams are attacking him lately because he's really deficient on defending right now. And that's because of his weight. When Zion was in Duke, he was an excellent defender. But he's not that same weight right now, and that's holding him back. It's really crazy to think that Zion's doing all this amazing stuff, and he's out of shape. Can you imagine if he's in shape with a meal plan? Speaking of meal plan, this is where the Pelicans messed up before the bubble. Why didn't the organization send Zion Williamson healthy foods, a diet plan during this pandemic so he wouldn't have to eat what's available? I know they didn't do that because look at his physique. He looks heavier. That's where they're dropping the ball in. When you have a number one pick, it's 24 hours of keeping up with the prospect, making sure they're doing the right things off the court. You can't just close operations and be like, well, let's hope that Zion comes back playing where he left off in the springtime. That doesn't work that way. at all. They got to get it together, man, because I'm looking at Zion and I'm like, man, where did the time go? What was he doing? This is why you got to be up on your players, man. It's a must in the NBA. The NBA is a man's league, and it takes responsibility from the organization's part. There got to be nights where you barely sleep because you're keeping up on your players. But that's how it goes. Also, I want to point out Alvin Gentry, much better in this game. He did play a lot of players in this matchup, but I was fine with it because the starters had a lot of minutes. He could play whatever he wants to play with, as long as Zoe, B.I., Jrue, and Zion gets their minutes. I'm fine with it. Speaking of minutes, if Alvin Gentry actually look at his analytics and speak with the analytics department, he should know that the Pelicans have an above 500 record when the starters have 30 plus minutes. So that's the answer right there. That's the formula. Play the starters 30 plus minutes. Have an identity for the offense. Run it through your point guard. I'm tired of seeing this team looking around, playing ISO ball, and slowing down the pace. They're not even running most of the time. I may get on Zion for defensive issues and switching, but I give him credit on one thing. He gonna run. Zion had the quickest 23 points I've ever seen. You look at that box score and you said, what? He had 23 points? Without taking ISO shots. So I'm happy for the young brother, man. You could tell he's a winner. He has fun with basketball. He has no fear. And that's what you need. Now, I look forward to this matchup on Thursday against the Kings, even though Luke Walton is a horrible coach. Alvin Gentry is not so good of a coach either, so something has to give. But if the Pelicans play with that same effort and even more, they should be fine. I'm definitely worried about the Spurs. The Spurs are, they're the Spurs. Coach Popovich has them playing great basketball right now. They're sharing the ball, moving the ball well, something I want the Pelicans to do. But hey, we'll see what happens. As for Ja Morant, I see a lot of people online trying to get on Ja Morant, saying that he got outplayed and all this stuff. Having a Lonzo Ball and Jrue at your face at the top of their game is tough for anybody. He's going to be fine, man. He's a great talent. He wants to be great. And he has that mindset. Kind of similar how LaMelo has that mindset. You know how LaMelo do, man. He want to get his. So he got a bright future. I think social media, that's the problem with social media. They go around and just like after this game, they looked at Lonzo's stats and made fun of him, calling him a Draymond Green stats, single-double. You could tell they stat watch because he had a plus 14 plus minus, the highest on the team. He had 4 steals. He didn't take that much shots, and people seem to forget he's not playing at a high usage rate right now. If he played at a normal 25 usage rate on this game, his points would have doubled. It would have been 14 instead of 7. There's your answer. Give Lonzo a higher usage rate. Let everyone have a role. Jrue Holiday sticking to shooting guard, playing defense. You've seen in this game that Jrue Holiday is not a point guard. keep force feeding it to Derek Favors in traffic, turning the ball over. Let him be a shooting guard. Focus on that, defending. And Jrue Holiday looks amazing when he plays that role. When he plays just a shooting guard position, hey, that's a match made in heaven with him and Zoe. That's all the Pelicans got to do. They got to simplify things, go on the drawing board. But I like what I've seen so far. They could have played better in this game. As for Lonzo, I'm not really expecting him to improve overnight in his driving ability. That's going to take an off season. I know you guys don't want to hear it. That's just the truth. He's got to work with Jermaine Jackson like LaMelo and Jello doing. You know how good they look right now. I mean, even Jello had no handles. Now he's doing in-between dribbles and pull-ups. Never seen Jello do that. Saw it in his latest workout. So if he can help those brothers out, I know he can help Zoe. All Zoe needs is an in-between game, floater. He got to make his free throws. And I say a little stronger handle. Like, he don't have like creative handles, but he needs a stronger handle. So when he drives, it's in a flow. But besides that, he has everything. He has defense, passing is elite. I can say, looking at the film, he's the best passer in the NBA. The reason why he doesn't lead in assists is because he's about making the right play. He's not trying to stat pad assists like certain prospects. Just keeping it real. So, like I told you guys, you're not going to see the final product of Lonzo Ball until I say the 4th season. Now, my homie St. Meese, he told me Lonzo won't go to his peak form until the 5th season. I'm going to stick with 4th season because, you know, time is, you know how the NBA is. It's a whatever you done for me lately league. You got to be in your game at least at the 4th year. So I think that when Zoe gets in that gym with Jermaine Jackson and put in that work, you're going to see the Zoe that we all think he should be. And if he gets that drive game, I'm telling you that now Lonzo will get any minutes he wants. He will get any usage rate he wants. That's all he has to do. All he needs is a basic in-between game, like I said, floater, make decent amount of free throws. He doesn't have to be like AI or anybody. That's all I got to say. Peace and love to everyone. All praise to the Most High, because without him, none of this is possible. Oh, by the way, be on the lookout for my next video. I'm going to get on Ticket TV, man. I know I ain't trying to talk about that lane, but he said something so blasphemous, man. I had to bring it up. The brother said that Kyle Kuzma is better than Brandon Ingram. He's a better fit for LeBron. He's a better player. And he said that Kyle Kuzma is effective even without the ball. Well, looking at Kyle Kuzma's numbers, it dipped being a spot-up shooter. So I don't know what he's talking about, but can't wait to talk about that tomorrow. Be on the lookout. Peace out.